for whoever wants to go out and visit our new website, ConnectionsSLC, Spiritual Living Center.
.com.
Also have Facebook and live video on YouTube.
And just with recording last week's service on Truth. Learned how to make a movie, which was way cool, and posted it to YouTube. And haven't even really put it out there much that it's there. And so far, 37 people have seen it. And we got emails saying we now have Connections members in North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, Colorado, and Arizona. We'll be tuning in every Sunday to come be a part of this. And once the website's up, in probably Monday or Tuesday, where we can have links to the videos and who we are and what we're about and all these kind of things, then we're going to send it out to every mailing list that we have emailed. So anyway, today's intentions and goals. We think the power of intention is so powerful, we like to use it. And we use it each and every week. The things you set your intention to be will most likely be kind of your roadmap into where you're going. So if you set your intention for it to be okay, it'll probably be okay. If you set your intention with anything, it can be a relationship or a business or a church or anything. If you set your intention that it's going to rock, then you're going to bring your A game. You're going to rock with it. And it's going to rock because of you and with you. So if you agree with what's on the screen, we invite you to read it with us. We utilize our most precious gift of free will to set our intentions and make them known. Today we choose an incredible experience. Today we intend to be a part of the miracle and accept the miraculous. Woohoo! Now on the back of your bulletins, there's a little thing that talks about what we believe. And it's tough to sum up an entire philosophy, theology, belief system into a page, but we gave it a shot. And the reason that we did is we've gone to a lot of New Thought, New Age, metaphysical, and traditional churches also, that we went to some of them for days, weeks, months, a couple of them even years before they kind of opened the door in the back and said, come here, this is what we believe. And we don't want to be that way. We just wanted to put it out front and say, here's what we got. And we didn't want to be the spokesperson for any particular dogma, religion, spiritual practice, etc. We just, before we even started Connections, we wiped the board clean. And we said, rather than trying to find what we think is supposed to be, let's look back through our lives, through the lives of folks that we've known and worked with, and what's worked. We're all about what works, because the entire intention of Connections is twofold. We have only two goals: a greater understanding and closer relationship with God and ourselves, and tools that lead for life mastery. The more we master different areas of life, the less we have to spend our time and our energy and our thoughts in the negative parts of life, the more energy we have for the positive parts of life, to help ourselves and to help other folks, and to help other folks and other folks. And vibrationally, the more time we spend in that higher vibration, we affect our planet, we affect our community, our families, everyone around us, because we're just vibrating at a little higher pace than we used to. So that's why those two goals. And so when we stripped away all of our belief system and just said what works, we noticed that everything came from nothing. And we go into the nothing through meditation. And as you clear your mind and get into the nothing, you find something. Oftentimes you'll find spirit, you'll find God there in the center of everything, as that's the only thing present in everything. And it just kind of kept going and kept going, and each thing kind of layered on top of the next thing. And as it did, it kind of formed a bit of a spiritual blueprint. And so we try to follow that spiritual blueprint in every service. And that way it leads to the closer relationship with God and the tools for life mastery. And so anyway, if you agree with what's on the screen, I invite you to say that with me also.
And be aware that we did add a few words at the end.
Yeah. We believe that there is one God, of which we are a part. We believe that the spiritual blueprint can lead to a greater understanding and relationship with God and ourselves, which leads to life mastery. We help the world as we
ourselves, and each other.
So I'd like to open it up with a prayer and a blessing. So if you would. Divine Creator, thank you. Thank you for each person who chose to spend their morning with us, who chose to allow us to be part of their spiritual journey, while allowing themselves to be a part of our spiritual journey. We just thank you so much. We bless each person here. We bless the unique path that each person has followed that led them here today. With that, we bless every church, synagogue, mosque, sweat lodge, ocean, nature, exercise room, whatever pathway someone is utilizing to find God. We bless them and we bless that path. We bless their journey. At the same time, we give what we want to receive. We ask them to bless us, to bless this spiritual community called Connections, to bless each person here in their journey. We ask that you be a huge part of today's service, that you open our hearts and you open our minds and you allow the information to flow through, that we can feel your presence, that we can feel touched, that we can internalize some of this information, that we can grow just a little bit today. We can look at things maybe from a different perspective that we have in the past, and that we can become empowered to really utilize some strong changes in our lives if we want them, to make anything we want in our life better, to have more of it, and anything in our life that we don't like so much, to have less of it. And we ask your blessing in accomplishing that, and the journey to getting there. Amen.
I'm going to invite Billy up with an announcement.
Now?
Yes.
It happens during the announcements time.
Yeah.
Y'all may notice that we're all wearing different shirts.
Yeah.
Different lookalike
Like-
shirts.
I wasn't expecting
Give
this
you
right
the
now.
stage.
Anyway, these are our new Connections t-shirts. They're a prototype of something that we have in mind to do. If you'd like to have your own, if you do anything for Connections 5 consecutive times, you will win one of these little t-shirts. You can have your name put on it. You will definitely get the symbol and Connections printed here. Your name and whatever it is that you did. If you were in a skit, you could be a thespian like me and Papa. If you were a hypno chick, you can have one like Mary. And if you're a reverend, you can have one like Reverend Scott. But it's definitely up to you. If you don't feel inclined to help at the front of the church, you're a little bashful or whatever, we're doing this as a fundraiser. This is our very first fundraiser. And for $12, you can buy a shirt and have printed on it, whatever you would like, above Connections and our symbol, which is off of the back of the brochure. So something new. Only one problem, we can't do dark colors. My son typically only wears black, as you notice. He's the second Johnny Cash. And we tried and we cannot make black work. So they have to be pastel or white. That's it. Thank you.
Thank
Oh,
you.
and all money goes to the church.
The coolest thing about that is we knew nothing about it.
Yeah.
Those of y'all that were here before the folks showed up, we weren't dressed quite like this. Mom walks in the door and says, guess what, got a surprise here, you're wearing this, and this is what we're doing. We cooked up an idea to give people more incentive to volunteer to help out at the church, and a fundraiser to raise money for the church, and this is what we're doing. Went, wow, that's cool. Last week, we were talking with Kay about the service, and she said, I have a poem that would work great in there. I'd love to read it. Great, come on up. And so it's your ideas, it's you following Spirit that's helping this thing grow. This thing that's here, this community that's here, is all of us. It's absolutely all of us. So whatever it is that you feel called to do, we love to have the help. And there's other things that we're still trying to figure out how exactly to implement. For folks who've been here in the past, they knew that we didn't used to have a choir or a music department, and so we downloaded all the music and we play it on the screen and sing along with it, which is what we're doing this week, because we just last week, have a new keyboardist. And some folks talking about that they would like to join a choir. And Kay's son, David, an incredible musician, has talked about maybe adding his talent in. And so there's all these musicians that are starting to show up, and now we're trying to find sheet music instead of downloadable songs. So we're in the process of that transition. But it's just so cool watching different people listening to their own guidance of, I'm feeling called to help with this, and I'm feeling called to help with that. There's been about 2-3 Sundays in a row that Justin's come up after the service and said, hey, did you guys think about doing this or doing that, or with the online part, or with this? Or, you know, so whatever ideas, whatever thoughts y'all have, we're here to encourage them and to thank you for them, and to thank you for your energy and your effort that you put into your community. So, music kind of leads into that. Like I said, we have not yet found, this has kind of been our theme song here since we started. Not saying it will always be, but it has been. Mary went as far as emailing the lady who sung the song and her manager who wrote the song about what will it take to get sheet music for this, because in all the sheet music websites, they didn't have it. And so she emailed the artist and emailed the lady who wrote it and said, what's it take to get sheet music? And the lady wrote back and said, it does not exist.
Oh.
Okay, well, thanks. We will appreciate that. So we may be changing theme songs, just we don't and cannot get sheet music for it.
But
But
also maybe somebody that plays music by ear, and when they hear it a few times,
that they just go, hey, check this out.
they'll be able to, yes.
So who knows? We're leaving it up to spirit. But just to let you know, that's the links that we have gone to try to find the sheet music for the type of music that we dig. Isn't just a random search, no, couldn't find it, we're good. Is who would know, who would know, who would know. Call them, email them. So we're giving it our best go. But this is been kind of our theme song. We invite you to sing it with us.
All I know about the universe, you think I have it now, the way it works. If I'm so richly blessed, how come sometimes I'm such a mess? Guess I forget. So help me remember who I am. Help me to trust in the master plan. When I think I can't, remind me how I can. Help me remember who I am. I've read the concepts and complexities of quantum physics and string theories, but it's the simple stuff